This podcast is dedicated to all the Rafflers who knew I'd never amount to anything. To all the TF2 players who were in the servers I was Jewing that called the admins when I was trying to make some money to feed my dollies. And to all my Rafflers in the struggle. Hello everyone and welcome to the first full episode of the Rafflecast. I was given the reins by my good friend and colleague David Dixoak Casper, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you, David. And today we'll be discussing the history of Raffles. And that started in June or July of 2011. Who knows? It's lost in time. And it was this guy Ace. He really, really likes that anime Spice and Wolf. He shilled this website on a Chinese cartoon image board, and it was shilled other places, but he shilled it there. I think it was on Something Awful and Face Punch too. But that doesn't matter. What matters is what happened here, because here is where all the very special, amazing, purebred Rafflers came from. Rafflers, the greats, such as Teddy and that guy with the Batman avatar that I don't ever remember the name of, Norton Antivirus, and this guy Ajin. He was pretty good. He was probably the best. Very good. All very good at what they did, and uh, their success inspired many others to try and succeed in the raffle culture. Just so for like 6 months or a year, a long time, there was just a bunch of circle jerking, and eventually we made a chat room, and that chat room has a bunch of people. It still does. There's 16 people. I'm looking at them right now. They're still there. And this was 4 years ago. I mean, Jesus Christ. This was a thing. This was a phenomenon, if you will. And, well, we've kind of moved past the raffles in the current day, but we won't discuss that. This is all about the history here. And in 2011, raffles were big. We had threads just all the time of raffles, people giving and taking, some people taking to give, sort of like a Robin Hood situation. We thank those people. There was that guy Chardoza. He gave like a shit ton of stuff, man. That guy was loaded. Uh, Good on him. That was really nice of him. Um, Eventually, there was a chat room on the website instead of on Steam. We call those chafflers. David Dixoak Casper did a whole full episode on those guys, but they're not they're not as they merely adopted the Raffles. We were born in them, molded by them even. Uh, and In that chat, we kind of posted raffles sometimes in the first 2 years. Um, there were a lot of Happy Wheels raffles where you had to finish a level, and then you get a raffle. Sometimes you wouldn't get a raffle. I and Oh, we used to troll trade servers. That was cool. There was, we'd get 6 or 7 people, and we'd all play engineer and line turrets up at the spawn, and that was always fun. Really good stuff. Uh, Jesus, where do you go from there? Of So 2015, it's 2015, people, and raffles are still alive and kicking somehow in some unfathomable way, and I'm going to prove that to you by thanking you, first of all, for listening this far into the podcast. This is my first. I'm kind of fumbling a little. I can feel it, but I'm trying here. And thank you for hanging on. I want to invite you to a raffle for a game that I got in the Humble Capcom bundle. And I'm just going to read it out. I don't want anybody handing this link out, okay? I want to thank the listeners. So here we go. Okay, after tf2r.com, of course, you put the slash, and then that would be K0. I'm sure you thought I was going to troll you there. I was going to throw a KK02GP in there. We'll talk about that too in a minute. But this is real. Okay, the link is K0DE as in Ebert, 7C as in cum, and 7.html. And if I didn't say that clear enough, just message me. I'll give you the link. And thank you. It's for Resident Evil Revelations. I hope you enjoy that. So I should probably talk about KK02GP. I think David Casper may have covered that in a full episode, so I'll just brush over that, as it was a very pivotal moment in raffle history. It was a kind of almost an outlaw type of raffle. Very, uh, very, what is it? Very culturally significant, I guess you could say. It was a 2-week crate raffle by our good friend Space, who has been around for eons, just hanging on with us, and that was he's been a good guy. And what else? What else? What else? What else? Um, some people didn't hang on. Some people couldn't hang on. Some have we've lost some good people in that time. It's been 4 years. That's way too long, some would consider, but I think it's just right. But I would like to shout out our fallen rafflers, which would be Skeletor, for sure, and Carl Sagan. I'm pretty sure he was killed by Turks. That's horrible, and we miss them both very dearly. And um, maybe I should end it there. Short one. I rambled on a little. I kind of said a lot of things as filler. I hope it was decent enough, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.